Anybody find me somebody to love? Oh, there she is. Well, hi. How you doing, sweetie? I'm doing good. Should we get started? Sure. All right. Michael, you ready to get rolling? Yeah, whenever you are. Okay. Big old live stream. Hey, Missy's here. Hey, Missy. How you doing, cuz? Is Missy ever not on YouTube? I don't know. She's always here first in class. First in class, that's right. Let's get a gold star for Missy. Welcome, Missy. You got gold star for being first in class. Followed by Wally Bear. Wally Bear gets a big old silver star. BOOZHOO, Wally Bear. BOOZHOO. And Gwen's here. Let's get a, what's that called? The bronze star. The bronze star. Oh, you should be so proud of yourself, bronze. Not as proud as Wally Bear and Missy, but, you know, third. Okay, third. And Diane Swope's here. BOOZHOO Diane. And Diane, what do we get for fourth place? We got Jack for fourth. We got Jack for fourth. BOOZHOO. Sorry, you don't get a star for being in fourth. Or you, Jessica Wobbles. You get a lovely, well, BOOZHOO. That's all you get. BOOZHOO, Jessica. Missy says, I get notifications, silly. Oh, that's right. The BOOZHOO crew gets notified. It's like our version of the bat signal. Yeah. I want to get a bat signal. That would never work. What do you mean? Shooting up a spotlight and then having it be like something, a symbol against the clouds. That's so stupid. That doesn't work. You're right. That doesn't work in real life. No. Comic books, man. I don't even know what's real anymore because of comic books. I believe anything's possible. Hey, Zagame's here. BOOZHOO, Zagame. Well, Zagame. We better get the show on the road. Yeah. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO, Jim Dunn. BOOZHOO, Dr. Evils. BOOZHOO to the BOOZHOO crew. BOOZHOO Kakina. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. And serious political discussion, sweetie. That's right. You know, oh, ha, ha, ha. Everything's got to be a joke with some people. Not here. We're here to learn the sacred traditions and the sacred language of Anishinaabe Moan. Yeah. Of Indian talk. Anyway, my name is NANABOOZHOO. This is the lovely and talented Natasha. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO, everyone. This is the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. Man, every day you get just a little more handsome. Get out of here. I'm serious. This guy, he ages like fine wine. I've noticed that too. Yeah, you don't look too long. I'm going to lose you to that handsome devil. He's like a silver fox. Speaking of silver fox, what happened to Papa Wagosh? I don't know. I haven't seen him. Anyway, Jessica says, sit up straight or NANABOOZHOO will give you a swat with the ruler. That's right. Wait, I need a ruler, sweetie. Maybe you can hit him with that drumstick. Today, we're going to teach like they did back in the days of the boarding schools. You get one chance to say it in English. If you say it wrong, I'm going to smack your knuckles with this ruler. Is that how it was done? I think so. I think that was pretty much every school, though, really. Way up! Whoops. Powwow, man. So, hey, BOOZHOO. Mino Giga Jabe. Or not Mino Giga Jabe so much. It's not morning anymore. Good evening. Mino Onagoshin. Good evening. Today is, of course, Neo Gija Good. It is the 4th day. It is Thursday night. Back in the days of the grandfathers, Thursday night was the sacred day to watch Magnum P.I. Magnum P.I.? Yep. Magnum P.I. was about a mustache that had a man attached to it named Tom Selleck, or Tom Magnum. He had the same first name as the character. And he lived in Hawaii, and he drove around in a red sports car, and then he would solve crimes. And the show was called Magnum P.I. All about a mustache. Neo Gija Good is the 4th day, which is our word for Thursday. And if it was still the 80s like I wish, it would be Magnum P.I. night. Yep. But it's not the good old days anymore, is it? No. It's 2021. It took me all year to finally get used to saying 2021, and now it's going to be 2022. Because time is speeding up. I'm old. I'm old like Wally Bear. BOOZHOO Wally Bear. I'm in a recliner. Yeah, that's what I should be. I should be in a recliner with my feet like in a hot water. I don't know why. A rifle on my lap. I should be in a rocking chair. Go on now. You got no business here. I don't have any guns, sweetie. I know, you hippie. Sorry, you guys. I'm not well armed. I have like 2 sharp knives. Somebody comes to my house, I'm going to have to fight him with my fists. I know, we don't have any guns. I don't know why I just announced that on YouTube. I know, now we're at Target. So anyway, doing another evening show for no good reason. Maybe because Diane is more likely to tune in. Diane doesn't like to get up in the mornings. Well, Diane parties hard all night. She can't get up early with us. Yeah, exactly. Diane says, loved Magnum. Exactly. The ladies loved that mustache that would solve crimes that had a man attached to it. What's his name? Tom Selleck. Dr. Evil says, cozy fire. Yeah, isn't it? You know, you got to kind of embrace winter. Set it up, and I'm wearing wool socks. I got a fire. We shoveled the walk and parking spot, so, it's orderly outside. If we need to go somewhere, we can, but like I always say, though the weather outside is frightful, this fire, it's so delightful. It's so delightful. Yep. Though the weather outside is frightful, the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Nah. Zogipon. It is snowing. Zogipon. It is snowing. And when it snows really hard, you just say, Gitchi Zogipon. Greatly snowing. It is greatly, like Gitchi Manadu. Yeah. Anyway. Jesse says, there's 12 viewers watching right now. Maybe some evening shows is a good idea. Yeah, 12 people. Oh, what? This is kind of my, that's totally validating in every way. I'm not comparing myself to any other YouTuber. Because who cares? You know what I'm comparing myself to? What's that? To open mic nights. Open mic? Like in a coffee house? Yeah. Nanaboozhoo live stream sort of feels like we went to a coffee shop and, especially when we first started and we only did 15 minutes, I always felt like, okay, we get this little spot to, sing a song, tell some jokes, do whatever. And if 4 people showed up and liked it, yeah, there's a show. We just did a little show for 4 people. Sometimes they tip, like in a super chat, hint, hint. You freeloaders. Don't say that in the BOOZHOO crew. And but having, how many do we have? 12? That's cool. I mean, that's like if we had a show somewhere, did a comedy special, and 12 people showed up. I mean, that'd be free, but so anyway, BOOZHOO. It's nice to see you all. Now I'm nervous. We got 12 people watching. Quick. Let's see. What else do we got today? Mishike. It's a turtle. Mishike. People call North America Turtle Island. Mishike Minase. It is the Turtle Island. It kind of looks like a turtle when you're way up high and looking down. Mishike. But Mishike also represents the truth, Dabwewin, in the 7 Anishinaabe values. Huh, sweetie? It sure does. I love how you agree with me all the time. I know, I can't help it. Dabwewin is the truth. And if you go to a liberal arts college, they'll tell you, oh, no, there is no truth. It's all subjective. There's my truth and there's your truth. Oh, truth is in the eye. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, okay. And then after 4 years of brainwashing, you realize the Dabwewin, the truth is you just borrowed a whole lot of money to not learn anything in college. And now you're in debt. So you better go get a job. Start paying that back. Where'd you go, dummy? That's what I did, huh? Yeah, you sure did. Wasting away again at college. Anyway, Mishike, turtle. It's a truth. And what can I say about that, sweetie? Why do they cut? Why is the turtle represent truth? Oh, the turtle represents the truth of the nature of reality. Apparently, Earth is on a turtle's back. There are 4 pillars, which are the turtle's legs, I guess. And then on its back, there's a big dome like a shell. And up in that shell is where, the stars are. And within the turtle's shell is where the sun and the moon circulate around us, I guess. But the truth, here's the deal about the truth. Now I know what I want to talk about. What are you going to talk about? So-called conspiracy theorists. Did you know some people are conspiracy theorists, sweetie? I've heard about that. I was on the internet the other day and they were talking about that. What is a conspiracy theorist? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Conspiracy theorist is a mean-spirited, derogatory term for a critical thinker. Yeah. It was coined in the 70s for anybody who would question the government or the CIA. And now it's been part of a brainwashing campaign to make anybody who questions the official story of anything, they can say, oh, he's a paranoid conspiracy theorist. I'm like, what? No, we're truthers. People just want to know the truth. What's the truth? Do people sometimes conspire in secret? And can you have a theory about it? Hey, you know what? I heard once upon a time the British conspired to start their own country called America. They had a Boston Tea Party. Oh, that's my theory. But they've been trying to make people who question anything, whether it's the stuff you can't mention on YouTube, the V word and the C word. What are you talking about? Not that V word and that C word. I'm not talking about vajayjays. The V word, the jabba dabba doo. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was going to say the C word. Yeah, no. Then the other C, the C word is the my Sharona. You can't talk about that stuff because it's being monitored, It's a conspiracy. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist? You think the government is watching and trying to, control your mind? It's like, I don't know. But then this I learned just recently. So, about 5 years ago, I'm guessing, my mind was blown with conspiracy theories. All my research into UFOs and aliens finally came up to, hey, Missy just gave us a $5 chat. Did you know Missy was the best one of the BOOZHOO crew? She's the one who gives the most money. I don't know what the best. Missy says, sorry, I have to leave early. Avery has a choir concert. Oh, right on. Yeah, go to the choir concert. Got to go be supportive of Auntie. Yeah, go be a supportive Auntie. But thank you for the super chat. That's how that's done, by the way, the rest of yous. $5. Miigwech. Anyway, so about 5 years ago, my mind got blown. I was looking into why did they fake the moon landing? Just looking at those old videos, the old interviews, the documentaries on, there really is a lot of information that you'd have to actively keep your head in the sand and just be closed-minded about looking into NASA to still believe that they actually sent men to the moon 6 times in 7 years or whatever. No problems, no deaths. Yeah, but what about that one movie with Tom Hanks? Apollo 13. They almost crashed. Yeah, right. But anyway, so as I was researching that, I became kind of a conspiracy theorist. And what I was just a dude watching YouTube videos. But then found out about what they called the flat earth theory. And found out that, there's a disinformation campaign called the Flat Earth Society. You can look into this website, and it's a group of people trying to give disinformation about flat Earth. But then, this is what the flat Earth truth people started researching. And then I just started questioning the official scientific story of evolution, and of Big Bang Theory, and of everything having to do with astrophysics and with outer space. And it started blowing my mind. It was like, what in the world? Is it possible that we've been deceived? Could the Big Bang, not only the Big Bang be false, but all of outer space? Just started looking into it, What if aliens aren't from other planets? What if they're actually demons? I don't know. So then I, down the rabbit hole. That's what we're all saying here. Let's go down the rabbit hole, see what's going on. So what I didn't really notice until now when I look back in the last 5 years, having discovered this thing, having been kind of led down this rabbit hole, I learned that there are what they call government disinformation agents who will put out the so-called Debwewin, the truth. They give you a little bit of the truth and then a little bit of a lie. And so you think that these guys are telling the truth. And I started to discover that a lot of the people who were presenting the information, telling you, hey, by the way, there's been a conspiracy to make you think we live on a spinning ball in outer space. Space is fake. God is real, actually. And here's what the Bible says about a firmament. Blah, blah, blah. And here's some history about Nazis and But then turns out there's some real questions about the flat earth map. And I didn't pull up a picture. But truthers will say stuff like, yeah, that United Nations map. That's the flat earth map. There's no Antarctica. We live on a flat earth with Antarctica as an ice ridge all around us. And the people way up in the United Nations, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, they all know it. And they're keeping it a secret from you guys. That's why they faked the moon landing, blah, blah, blah. But then I went, wait a second. When I started to believe their model of what the Earth is, it ruined my life. How did it ruin your life? Well, my whole family thinks I'm crazy. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. Maybe they do. You lose all credibility. I've lost friends over it. It made me, it kind of made me religious. What do you mean? Well, I started to take the Bible real seriously. I went, what in the world? Do we actually live on a flat earth, But then it occurred to me, it's like, maybe they want me to believe we live on a flat earth. I got no way of knowing that. I can believe, we probably don't live on a spinning ball. That doesn't make much sense. Maybe outer space is fake. But that doesn't mean there's a secret group of people who understand, have an actual map of this place, and that there's Antarctica and some kind of confusing, well, there are other continents beyond Antarctica? Are there more than one domed Earth type place? What's really out there? But maybe, could it be that they give you a little bit of truth and a little bit of lie, and just to polarize the world, make people like me seem crazy? Maybe make people like me give up on trusting science, Because what happened 5 years later, government says, hey, here's a shot. Why don't you take this? It'll keep you safe. And I go, what? Get that thing away from me. I don't know what that is. You guys might be lizard people, Maybe that was part of the plot. You go down that rabbit hole, and pretty soon that rabbit hole gets so deep. What in the world? Am I crazy? Or am I wide awake, sweetie? You're wide awake. I don't know. Beats me. But this is the thing. When you got to get humble. This is why, the elders, or not the elders, but the traditional values. They would say, wisdom, the wakawin, comes after the badane dizzy-win, after humility. The badane dizzy-win is humility. So if I get humble and I go, you know what? I don't know. And one thing I do know is I've been wrong about so many things, time and again. Whether I was lied to about that, or I was miseducated about something, just dumb. Maybe I was paranoid. Maybe I let my imagination run away with me. Is this what psychological warfare looks like? If you were under a psychological warfare attack, would you even know it? Would that be the nature of it? Is all the advertising and the fake news, and they roll out these actors. Hi, I'll be playing the character known as Donald Trump. And I'm going to make you love me and hate me, and I'm going to make the whole world crazy. You might as well have elected Gene Simmons to be president, for as polarizing as I'm going to make the country. I'm going to make them crazy. And then have another election. We'll bring up Biden. What? That's the most popular Democratic presidential candidate since John F. Kennedy or whoever. I don't know. Seems pretty sketchy. So these are just some of the things I've been thinking about with Debwewin, the truth. I can point out the lie much better than I can point out a Debwewin. Truth. So, who knows? Get your money do only knows, sweetie. Yep. I'm always at work when you're on. Nice to see the BOOZHOO crew. Hey, Curtis, what's going on? Get back to work, you lazy bum. Curtis is actually getting paid right now. Yeah, well, so are we. We got $5. That's true. We made $5. Miigwech. Look at Nanaboozhoo. He looks like he's under somebody's control. Either that or he's stoned. Wally Bear thinks I'm under somebody's control or I'm stoned. How dare you, sir? Couldn't it be both? Maybe I'm under the control of somebody who's stoned. You ever think about that? That's right. But, yeah. So what else do we have today, sweetie? You were going to teach him how to say, I miss you and I love you. Yeah, how about that for clickbait? That was a great title. I think some people are just going to search those phrases and then they'll see our show. Yeah. I've been holding out so long. I've been sleeping all alone. Gigweena Wenamin. Gigweena Wenamin, baby. Gigweena Wenamin. Minowa. Gigweena Wenamin. I miss you. Oh, I just miss you guys. All day long, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the BOOZHOO crew's doing. I miss those guys. If they were here, I would say, Gigweena Wenamin. Dash Gizakain. I miss you. And I love you. Sweetie. What? What are you doing? I'm telling the BOOZHOO crew that I miss them and I love them. The whole crew. You know what? I shouldn't talk like I'm talking to a group of people. Why is that? Well, because most people's experience with the internets and live streams, it's like a one-on-one thing. Hi. Hello, individual person. Never mind this whole crew here. It's just me, and you. Let me tell you something. When you're not around, Gigweena Wenamin, I really miss you. And even though nobody else feels this way about you, Gizakain, I love you. I'm not just saying that for the show. Yeah, you are. Okay, I'm totally just saying that for the show. But now, you know how to say it. Gizakain. Gizakain, sweetie. Gizakain, weenie mooshan. I miss you and I love you. Sometimes, this time of year is a good time. And say it with a diamond from Zales. What? At this Christmas, you know, a diamond is forever. Today's podcast is brought to you by Zales Jewelry. Say it with thousands of dollars of adornment for a finger. What are you talking about? I was walking by a jewelry store today and I was like, how do we still have jewelry stores? Are people actually going, you know, working all week, saving up and going, you know what? If I could just get a ring with an emerald on it, then I would know. I don't wear any jewelry except my choker, I guess. But I don't get jewelry. You know, I've never really understood it either. I don't understand rings or long fingernails. Yeah. I mean, who cares? I don't know. Well, the jewelry companies do. But somehow they stay in business. And I don't understand that. I don't understand how a jewelry store can stay in business in Bemidji, Minnesota. Are people walking around in their old, you know, Ski-Doo snowmobile jackets and sweatpants and then walking into a jewelry store and shopping for diamonds? Why? How many people get married every year that they need a whole store for diamond rings? And it's all over the world. I don't understand why people buy jewelry. Well, most people do. I think it might be because we're poor. Yeah, I know. I've never really had the option of buying jewelry. You know, the only way I would have jewels is if I found a treasure chest. Yeah. Gigweena Wenamin, I miss you. Kizagain, I love you. Something you might want to remember. If you're reading, if you're praying to a Ojibwe speaking ancestor, maybe you got a great grandma who spoke Ojibwe, put a little tobacco and you can pray to her and say, BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Hello, Grandma. Gigweena Wenamin, I miss you. Dush and Dush. Gizika in. I love you. I want you, I need you, but I love you. I've been holding out so long, I've been sleeping all alone. Gigwina Wanaman. The Rolling Stones are still touring and making babies. I know, isn't Mark? What's his face? Mick Jagger. Yeah, is Mick Jagger having another baby? I think he had it already. Well, he didn't have anything. The 28-year-old gold digger. Do you think she's a gold digger? You think she loves Mick Jagger for his personality and his looks? No. Yeah, so anyway, gold digging 28-year-old model hits the jackpot for she and her illegitimate child of Mick Jagger. Because he's 95, I think. Something like that. Having a baby. And, there you go. I guess adrenochrome really does keep a man fertile, even at his ghoulish age. Mick Jagger's making human beings. I don't know. Dr. Evil says, I wear a wedding ring for 38 years. Okay, I'll let wedding rings pass. Because that is a cultural symbol of, a sacred union, I guess. Actually, I heard once, I'm glad you have a wedding ring, but do you have an engagement ring? Did you make your old man have to buy you a blood diamond to tell you how much he loves you? Ladies. You think Dr. Evils is a woman? I assume so. I guess Dr. Evils could be a man wearing a wedding ring. It was a gold band. That's different too. Hey, Sir Fev 2010 is back. Bonjour, Sir Fev. Sir Fev says, the reason the Native American rain dance always worked is because the Native Americans didn't stop dancing until it rained. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look. 100% proof. Just keep dancing for 3 weeks. Well, see, I told you it would work. Wally Bear says, to 7734 with jewelry stores. I get mine from Finger Hut. Oh, wait, he spelled 7734. That's when you have a calculator. Wally Bear, you're old. 8008. No, 58008. Boobs. Anyway, young people won't understand this. We used to have these calculators back in the days of the grandfathers. They used to have schools that would try to teach children. Period. They weren't just safe spaces and, little penitentiaries, babysitting, trauma centers of learning, which schools are now. I gotta shut up about that. Why? Because we got that webinar next week. I've got to, let me finish this idea. Back in the old days, when I was a kid, we'd have math classes and they'd give us these calculators where you could do your math on the calculator. And there were certain words you could spell that were numbers and you'd flip it upside down. And so that's what Wally Bear just did with 7734. But I got to shut up about education for a couple of days. On Monday, in fact, Michael, maybe tomorrow we could do a test run of whatever you're going to say on Monday. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Once in a while, we get invited to do these live webinar conference things. Ever since the 2020 lockdown, a lot of things that used to be conferences became webinars. So on Monday, we got invited to present at the blah, 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 I don't even know what academy, Indigenous Education Pedagogy. And most of the time, they get somebody who's like a professor in whatever having to do with Native Americans. Indigenous Pedagogy. You have to go, okay, what? Okay, indigenous, so people who were First Nations of here, whatever. Okay, Indian. What is pedagogy? The way you teach, or the way we learn, a way of education. Indian Ed. Indigenous pedagogy is now what they call Indian Ed. So, okay. So now we got to be experts on Indian education. So, Michael, you need to pull that education card. You can talk about how you've been involved in Indian education since 1994. Yeah, I suppose I could. But, so we have some experience teaching Ojibwe in high schools. I got some experience working, recruiting children, Indian kids to college. I got some experience working in tribal colleges. I worked in a tribal college anyway for 3 years. But we got to get up there. And I don't know. I mean, it's essentially just doing a live stream where I'm going to talk about education. But I can't just tell dumb, funny stories that criticize Indian education. It's like, hey, I got some questions about Indian education. So, how come since, I don't know, 1981, 82, every school in northern Minnesota has an Ojibwe language class? Certainly every school on every Ojibwe reservation has a full-on Indian education department, counselors, directors, what do they call it? Title I, Title IV, Title IX, whatever it is. Funding, special after-school programs to help with retention and education, tutors, and then finally in cultural classes and language classes. For 4 years, you can study Ojibwe language and culture in a tribal school run by the tribe. Bogunagisheg. What a great school. And then you go, okay, Bug School graduates, is there one of you who can string together one sentence in Ojibwe? Please, anyone, stand up. We've been doing this for decades now. How come nobody can speak Ojibwe? Are the teachers terrible? Kinda. You get some 85-year-old guy going into a school trying to teach these fatherless res kids, the ancient ways. And it's just not working. And then you got every other policy and problem in the world. These kids are just to get to school and stay in school. Your mom's in jail, dad hasn't been around your whole life. Grandma's an alcoholic and raising you and all your cousins. Yeah, okay. Let's try to not only raise you and keep you alive, we're gonna educate you, but not that crappy white way. We're gonna educate you in the Indian way. It's like, really? How are you gonna do that? You gonna become his uncle? Do you even know what the traditional Indian way, the boarding school way? You're gonna of their ancestors, because let's face it, these kids now, their ancestors were the boarding school grads. So anyway, on Monday, we're going to have a whole group of Native American educators, or whoever they are, the kind of people who would go to a conference where they talk about Indian education or indigenous pedagogy. And I got to decide what we're going to do. Maybe we could just get Natasha to go up there and talk about the 7 Anishinaabe values. That's actually a brilliant idea. Sweetie, do you just want to do it on Friday? Me? I'm just a little girl. I can't do that. I know, but when you get up here, everybody loves you. So I think they'll be kinder. They'll judge us less harshly if you talk. I'll think about it. That's what we'll do. I mean, I'll go up a little bit, but let me introduce you, and then you can talk about Indian education and tell stories or something. I'm too negative. Yeah, probably. They don't want to hear me talk about, the problem today is. You can't hit a kid anymore. Dr. Evil's BOOZHOO Mino Giga Jabe Gaia. Hey, do we have a new person here? Diane Swope says, I've taken my wedding ring off. Yeah. Diane's man was till death do you part. He's gone on to the land of everlasting happiness. Gagige Minawana Gozi winning. Gagige Minawana Gozi winning. The land of everlasting happiness. That's what we call the happy hunting grounds. Yeah, but it's not called that. No. A lot of people think Indians say, well, when you die, you go to the happy hunting grounds. It's like, no, that's not. That's not like that's a movie thing. When you die, you go to the land of everlasting happiness. That's what we called it. Gagige, Minawana, Gozi winning. It's a big word, but it means the land of everlasting happiness. I believe that to be true. But I just, that's my conspiracy theory. I have a conspiracy theory. I think we're actually spirits in a material world. We're driving around in these flesh bodies. I believe there's a creator who made everything and made us. And I believe there is some sort of deceiver, goes by many different names, who's like, anti-God. And he's trying to lead us astray. That much I cannot believe. Everything else is just a theory I have. What do I know? What does Curtis Mills know? That's what I want to know, sweetie. Yeah. Anahisi. You forgot to move your mouth. Oh yeah, I do that sometimes. Anahisi. If I'm even spelling it right, is how I was greeted yesterday. Anahisi. She said it means I see your light. I thought that was cool. I see your light. Ooh. Oh, do I want to badmouth this guy? What do you mean? There's probably some people who watch a show who are also watching other... I guess he has YouTube videos, Facebook videos. But I've never been able to get... I want to be supportive of people. It's really great when people teach Ojibwe, I guess. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. But some people get really into it. And so there's this dude, I'm not going to say his name, but he teaches Ojibwe words and phrases. And he gets up there and he's got his little camera phone turned the wrong way. And he's like, BOOZHOO. He doesn't say Nanaboozhoo, but whatever. Does a formal greeting. And he always says like a word of the day. And the other day his word was miigwech. And he goes, yeah, miigwech, back in the days of the grandfathers. It doesn't mean thank you. It means I've had enough. That is enough. The words in trading, the Ojibwe people, they would say, when they thought that it was a good trade or something, they would say, miigwech. That's enough. I have had enough, or whatever. We did not have a word for thank you. And think about the whatever, and he had some sort of hippie flower, and I couldn't keep watching it. Because part of me was wanting to scream, and I'm going, you think we didn't have a word for thank you? Don't you know the word miuminik? Miuminik means that's enough. And that is something Ojibwe speakers say. Okay, miuminik, that's enough. I remember hearing Benny would always say, miuminik, that's enough. Let's quit singing at this drum. Or somebody would, he'd be pouring some coffee. He goes, miuminik, that's enough. He didn't say miigwech. But this guy had it all. Oh, we didn't have a word for thank you. It's like, But I don't know why he rubs me the wrong way. There's something kind of irritating about his positivity. Dr. Evil says, he is a good man, though. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure he's a wonderful person. I don't know why it bothers me. He's like my contemporary. You'd think I would appreciate him. There's a couple of them, if I'm being... Don't tell anybody this, you guys. This is the problem with in Indian country. Everybody's just 1 degree of separation from everyone else. And you don't want to speak bad about your contemporaries, you know. Here's a... You know, every once in a while there'll be like one of these res comedy nights. And they'll get 3 comedians. Native American comedians. I'll get up there. And you want them to be funny. You're really championing, hey, come on, you guys. Give it to us. We're Indian humor. We're really funny. Okay, let's hear it. Oh, and you'll get that one lady who about 2 years ago used to be really adorable, just cute. But now she cakes on the makeup and she's hit the wall. And she needs to lose about 10, 20, 30 pounds. I don't want to say her name. You guys know. I'm just going to say, Auntie Beatrice. I want you to be so funny. You know? I get it. That's your character. You're an old crazy res auntie. And yes, she smokes electric cigarettes. And she's got a thick accent. And she's no nonsense. It's a great character. You've got to tell some jokes, though. You got to have a setup and a punchline and you can't just make a stereotypical fool of yourself and then expect that to be humor forever. You got to have some substance. That's my criticism of so many Native American comedians. It's like, yeah, where's the joke? You can't just go, oh, geez, it's really snowy. Hoa, it's 10 below Hoa. Okay, yeah, great, but funny. And tell a story. Set up something, talk, take a turn, speak the truth to power, to Waywin. Do something funny. I say this being totally unfunny right now. But you see that? That's humor. That's taking, There's people I want to be funny, but and it's not just Native American comedians, by the way. I would say the same thing about almost, not you. You're actually really funny. Me? Yeah, you're a hilarious woman. You just do funny stuff, and you're as funny as any guy I've ever seen. But there's a lot of, you ever see that comedian who Dave Chappelle recently, Gabby something? Oh yeah. It's not Tulsi Gabbard, is it? I don't know. She's Australian, feminist. I can't tell if she's transgendered or just a terrible dresser with a boy's haircut. Anyway, but she claims to be a lesbian, I think. I was like, you know what? I don't even think lesbians want anything to do with you. Are you really a lesbian if you're unlovable and no one ever kissed you? Just because you hate men doesn't make you a lesbian. But yeah, sometimes comedians have a really hard time just being funny. It's like you got to say again, it's not enough just to do a funny stereotype. Like Cheech and Chong. When I was a kid, it was funny to watch Cheech and Chong because marijuana was illegal and rare and more popular with Hispanic people than white people, I guess. But Cheech and Chong is just 2 Mexican stereotypes acting like somebody who is developmentally disabled because of doing marijuana. It's not funny. It was never funny. It was just a stereotype. Hey man, you're getting stoned up in smoke, dude. Hey sweetie, you want to take a phone call? Well, sure, I'll take a phone call. I mean, these stereotypes of the stoner I don't know. I think that's my conspiracy theory. I think that like Cheech and Chong were actually stereotyping not only Hispanics but also marijuana smokers, and they were like agents or something. Hello, caller. Welcome back to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Hey, dude. Oh, hey, Keanu Reeves. Sweetie. Speaking of stoner stereotypes. Hi, Keanu. Hi there, Natasha. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Not too bad. Just watching the show, learning a lot, enjoying the show, having a laugh, and also learning some Ojibwe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you're saying. What do you think of all that, like, like Cheech and Chong humor? Or have you seen any Native American comedians just kind of, they sort of arrive with a character and a catchphrase, but they haven't done any jokes? I know what you're talking about. I've tried to watch some Native American stand-up comedians, and, I just don't get the joke. I don't get the joke. After about 30 seconds, I'm like, hey, see you later, dude. I'm going to go catch some gnarly waves. This humor is gnarly. Is that what you'd say? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old for it. Sometimes I think, maybe the kids find it funny, but I don't because I'm old. You're not that old. Well, I'm not as old as my girlfriend. Yeah, I know. We don't have to rake your girlfriend over the coals. Yeah, but she's really old, and she's nasty. You want to say hi to her? Sure. Hey, girlfriend, come over here. Hey, well, hello, Shady. Hello, Keanu Reeves' girlfriend. Hey, what's that, Shady? I said hello. Hey, you got to talk in my good ear. I can't hear you, honey. Oh. Oh, hey, I think you're pooping in your pens, girlfriend. Oh, I gotta go clean myself up. I'll see you later. That's my girlfriend. I think it's pretty cool that I don't care how old she is. Yeah. Did she just poop in her depends? Yeah, she can't really hold it in anymore. She's so old. But, I don't care about how old a woman is, because I care about the person on the inside, And she makes me feel good. Okay. So anyway, why'd you call in? Well, I just want to let you know, I think it's really bad when people stereotype stoners. Cheech and Chong, they create a stereotype. Like everybody smokes marijuana, acts like a surfer dude. And that ain't right. That's gnarly, dude. Yeah, it sure is. So do you smoke pot? Do I smoke pot? I've been stoned since the 70s. Yeah, huh? Yeah, man. I'm so stoned I can't even tell how old my girlfriend is. Hey, do you want to say hi to my girlfriend? No, I just did. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sometimes marijuana makes my short-term memory not so good. Hey, you want to say hi to my girlfriend? No, that's okay. I just said hi to her. Oh, that's right. All right, that's all good. It's all good. Okay. Look, man, I better get going. I'm going to let Natasha get up here. All right. Hey, how do you say, I'll see you again in Ojibwe? Well, we say, Giga Min, Minawa. Well, Giga Min, Minawa, little dude. Okay. You too, buddy. Keanu Reeves, sweetie. He's such a good guy. Yeah. But I don't think he appreciates those negative stereotypes of marijuana smokers and Mexicans. Because neither one of those guys is from Mexico or speaks like that in real life. I know, they're just actors. Yeah. But when I was a kid, I thought it was funny because nobody talked about marijuana on TV. So you'd get like a Cheech and Chong album. Oh, up in smoke. And there'll be jokes about these two stoners just getting high and whatever. Go see the movie theater. I remember my buddy David goes, yeah, man, I remember when I was a kid, my mom took me to the theater. We went in there. I was a 7th grader to watch Up in Smoke. Cheech and Chong. Comedy. It's kind of like that like it looks like they're endorsing pot smoking, drug use, but they're actually doing one huge anti-pot campaign by making People get this impression. This is why I'm almost out of the closet. As a pot smoker? Yeah. Almost, not quite. Maybe after the conference on Monday, I'll be a little more free. The stereotypes never get challenged that if you smoke marijuana, you become dumb and lazy. It's become kind of the cliched humor. Oh man, I'm so high. I just sit here and play video games and drool. Oh, I got the munchies. What? The munchies? No. You're a fat, lazy slob who happens to smoke marijuana. Marijuana doesn't make you a fat, lazy slob. It's just a popular pastime for fat, lazy slobs. If you're an athlete, like that Olympic guy, that swimmer. Oh yeah, remember him? Yeah. It'll make you, you'll be high when you're training to become the Olympic swimming athlete, winner of the year, whatever that guy's name was. If you're a cartoonist, it'll make you write and illustrate 15 different children's books and comics and coloring books, and write songs. And if you're a long-haired podcaster, it might make you do evening shows just for the heck of it, and to talk about stuff with your friends. Yeah, Dr. Evil says. I don't inhale. Oh, hey, I just realized who Dr. Evils is. Who's that? Bill Clinton. What? Yeah, remember that? Bill Clinton. He was the first president to admit to smoking marijuana. Because, I didn't like it, and I didn't inhale, and he only did it the once. Really? How many times were you on that Epstein plane, Mr. Clinton? I don't know. Hey, Ted Bear. Me Gwetch, Teddy Bear. Somebody named Ted Bear of Minnesota just gave us $4.99. Well, me Gwetch, Ted Bear. That's really nice here. Thank you. 1491s and Bony Warhorse are funny. 1491s have had a couple of funny bits. And because we are desperate for humor, Indian people are really protective of the 1491s. Everyone's really encouraging those, But, there's one guy who's, I don't know. I think it's a neck tattoo that turns me off. I can't believe any of the sketches that guy's in because he's got a ridiculous neck tattoo. But then there's that one fat guy. He's a local here. I don't want to say his name. He's so fat that it's starting to look like his arms are short. He's getting those fat guy arms where he can't quite put his arms down to his side. And he's so fat, you can't quite tell. Like, I know he's a dude, but you start to go, wait, is that a transgender? No, he's just a fat guy. I've seen him do some live streams where he just drives into Taco Bell and is rude to the lady at the Taco Bell drive-thru. And everybody in the car is having a good laugh as he is rude to the minimum wage fast food worker trying to earn a living feeding the obese of Bemidji like this guy. And I watched that and went, you know what? You're just mean. And nobody calls you out on it because you're Native American. Well, I'm calling you out, buddy. You're also a fatty. Maybe you're only 50% Native American, but you're 100% fat ass. And you're just rude to that lady. Just being rude isn't necessarily funny. Don't let Howard Stern fool you. It's not shocking anymore to just, hey, guys, look at me. Berate this person and just, Dr. Evil says, my city is so fat, the water level is high. I know. Oh no, should I talk about that girl? No, don't talk about her. She watches the show. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about her because she's not trying to be funny. Nope, I'm not going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, you want to get up here, sweetie? Yeah. All right. I am just a mean-spirited jerk. I'm so sorry. Keep trying, comedians. We got your back. And it's not like you ever charge anyone to come see you at the casino. Oh, it's comedy night. If you can hear us over the ring of the slot machines, you know, go watch Awkward Silence at a casino stand-up comedy night with the Native Americans. Anyway, here's a beautiful song. You want to hear Let's Dance or 1,000 Years? Let's do Let's Dance. All right. Here's a Bowie song by Michael and Natasha. Miigwech Bizendawieg. Thank you for listening. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway while color lights up your face. Let's sway, sway through the crowd to an empty space. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. Let's dance for fear your grace should fall. Let's dance for fear tonight is all. Let's sway, you could look into my eyes. Let's sway under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. Let's dance. Just cute. You got a cute way of talking. You got the better of me. BOOZHOO! Natasha Nindishana Kaz. Natasha is my name. And Neiman Waindam, G-A-I-N, Omanungoon. I'm really happy to be here with you guys. And yeah, let's dance. What do you have to say about Let's Dance, Michael? It was an album that was really important to me in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, I suppose. I listen to a lot. David Bowie. You know that movie Labyrinth was a big deal for you too, huh? Yeah, I love that movie. Let's dance under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. David Bowie. What's your favorite Bowie song? Oh, it's so hard to have just one favorite Bowie song. What's your favorite Bowie album? Let's Dance is definitely up there. Young Americans, I still listen to. Do you like the Labyrinth soundtrack? I used to. I don't think I would listen to it anymore. Yeah, probably not. What about The Next Day? Next Day was fine. The last album, Black Star, I thought was really bizarre, and I didn't like it at all. I know, it's really creepy. Any Bowie fans out there? Here's the deal with David Bowie. Bowie was really into Kabbalah, Satanism, Protestantism, Freemasonry. He was into all that. I'm guessing he probably sold his soul to the devil early on. Because I don't think anybody becomes David Bowie or Elvis Presley or Led Zeppelin or whoever without making a deal with the commander-in-chief of the unseen world, the way, what's his name? Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan said. But, where was I going with this? David Bowie. Oh, Black Star. So his last album before he died, the hit single on it was Lazarus. You know, the character in the Bible who died and was resurrected by Jesus. Lazarus. And after, I don't know, 30 years with the same band, Gail Ann Dorsey, all these guys, that guitarist, piano player guy, he recorded an album with a jazz band he had never met before. They did this one album with him. And the music videos he made to go along with it are real creepy and dark and satanic and all this. And of course, there's an allusion to Ziggy Stardust after all these years and the moon. And he realized, oh yeah, he was one of the original deceivers when it came to outer space and promoting, ground control to Major Tom. So I don't know what was up with him. Like, I love him and I hate him. Everyone talks about how damaging Michael Jackson was to the culture. He normalized that a man can behave like a child, that a black man can become a white woman. He normalized a lot of really creepy behavior. But so did David Bowie. He was the first sort of popular gay guy in pop music, and he just lied about that, he said. But I don't know. Iman is like 6'1". His wife? Yeah. She's deceptively tall for a non-transgendered model. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, that's way deep in the rabbit hole we didn't need to get into. Yeah. I thought he was going to call in today. Yeah, not so much. Anyway. Hey, Beetle Freakers. Creepy. I know, huh? Diane Swell says, I can't believe we didn't ever watch Labyrinth together. I love that movie. Yeah, no kidding. Especially when we were doing the play. Yeah, why didn't we? Labyrinth. If you read the script to Labyrinth, it's really disturbing. Again, it's not Bowie's fault or Jim Henson's fault. But who was the other weirdo on that show? Actually, one of the guys from, Terry Jones. Yeah, like Monty Python. Yeah, Terry Jones was involved in it. That's kind of cool. But is it a Spielberg thing? I don't know. It might be Spielberg. I feel like there was a creepy director, but maybe not. But the original script to Labyrinth, that relationship with David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly, who was 14 years old at the time, is really creepy. In the original movie screen, and they didn't film it this way, but I read it. It opens up with Jareth, the Goblin King, brushing Jennifer Connelly's hair. I'm going to pull up that picture. I don't care. I think we need to talk about this finally. People are afraid to talk about the truth. The Bowie win. No. When I'm going to get to the bottom of this. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the Bowie win. No. All right. So, David Bowie. Oh, what could be wrong with David Bowie? We can trust him to do a children's show with puppets. Sing some songs. Why not? But in the original script, it opens up with 42-year-old David Bowie brushing 14-year-old girl's hair. And, when we were little, we couldn't tell how young Jennifer Connelly was. That seemed reasonable. That kind of a beautiful... It wasn't creepy to us. I mean, he was the bad guy. But at the same time, like they danced together and I can't live within you. What are you talking about? No one can blame you for walking away. Too much injection, nah. No love correction, rama. Life can be easy. But I don't know. There's something about this picture I really don't like. Yeah, you guys are quick to point out when our beloved leader, Joe Biden, is doing creepy stuff, but who among you has ever called out David Bowie? And, by the way, I gotta research that lady's name and the name of her book. Lady comes out with a book about how, I was a groupie back in the 70s. This is my memoir. Memoirs of a Groupie or something. Where this other 14-year-old girl, I think she was, back in the 70s, lost her V card to none other than the Thin White Duke, David Bowie, or Ziggy Stardust, or whoever he was at the time. And she's like, yeah, it was great. I met David Bowie, and, when I was this age, he slept with me. Well, you know what, David Bowie? Guess what? That's a crime. And, say hello to my little friend. If I was a cop and I found David Bowie in a hotel room, in a kimono, in a bathtub, with a 14-year-old girl, I'd probably have to shoot him. You wouldn't just arrest him? Nope. I'd take justice in my own hand. My death waits there. Between your eyes. So, David Bowie, nobody ever called you out on your ways, but you were a creep. Rest in peace. Hope I didn't ruin Labyrinth for all you guys. But it's just not okay with me. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for judging people for statutory rape. La la, see how funny I am? Yeah, you're hilarious. I'm talking about funny things. What did we learn today, sweetie? We learned that Thursday is Neo-Geisha Good. The fourth day, Neo-Geisha Good. We also learned that Mashike is a turtle, and he represents the Waywin, the truth. Did we decide what the truth was? The truth is a turtle. The truth is a turtle. I don't know why. Gig wana winamin. Gig weena winamin. Ween. Two I's is an E sound. Gig weena winamin. I've been holding out so long. I've been sleeping all alone. And I gigweena when I'm in. I miss you. Oh, Diane, I miss you. That's my missing face. And then Dash, Gizakain, I love you. And I love yous, the BOOZHOO crew. Thank you so much for stopping by, on this little winter day. Hanging out with me and NanaBOOZHOO and Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Did you guys know Michael Lyons wrote a book once? I'm pretty sure they know about it. Yeah. Diane was talking about, a few years ago, like a long time now, we had these little kids and we put in a play. And actually I think we did Mixed Blood. But, the year before that, we did a play called Little Cutie, a Teddy's Bear's Fishing Quest. This is one of Michael's books. Little Cutie, a Teddy Bear's Fishing Quest. And it's all about a little red and white teddy bear who goes on a fishing quest, obviously. And he meets all these animals out in the woods, flamingo and whatever. And they all tell him, hey, you know what, you gotta meet the Great Spirit, Gitchimanadu, before. Because he thinks he's gotta leave home. He thinks this human has outgrown him. He's gotta go live with the bears in the woods. And he's really sad because he's in love. Not in love, he lives with a girl named Aubrey. And Aubrey, he thinks Aubrey's outgrowing him because he's just this teddy bear. He goes on a wild adventure and eventually meets the Great Spirit, Gitchimanadu, who plays guitar, and he hangs out with an alien named Steven, who is gold in this book. And there's Gitchimanadu. He looks a lot like Michael, I think. Really? Yeah. I wonder why. But Little Cutie, a Teddy Bear's Fishing Quest, is available for sale at Amazon.com. You can click on the links in the description. And this has been our commercial for Little Cutie, a Teddy Bear's Fishing Quest by Michael Lyons. Oh, it's playing over again. Everything's in a loop in this place. Yeah, I know. So anyway, you want to add anything before I sign out? No, that's pretty good. Just tell him I said thanks. Michael Lyons says thank you so much for watching Miigwech Ganawabi Egg. NanaBOOZHOO? Oh yeah, tell him I said Miigwech. And NanaBOOZHOO says Miigwech. That means thank you in our language. Miigwech Bisandawi Egg. Thank you for listening. And Miigwech Ganawabi Egg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is NanaBOOZHOO. Okay, Miigwech. This is Michael Lyons. Thanks so much. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minawa. Oh, sweetie, can you teleport me away? Sure. You want to go to the kitchen? Why do you think I want to go to the kitchen? Because you're a woman, you're barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Get out of here! But yeah, can you teleport me to the kitchen? Yeah. Do you want a sandwich? Sure. Okay, I'm gonna make you a sandwich. One to teleport. Make it so, number one. See you tomorrow.